Hello viewers. Before I proceed with the next step that I did on the gas tank, I just want to show you the missing or the busted video that I mentioned in the previous upload. I was able to recover the video part, but the audio was really horrible. So I'm just doing a voiceover and just want to show you the initial steps that I did when I got the gas tank or when I'm preparing it, and that is to make sure that it's really clean by using a degreaser. As you can see in the video, I tried to remove all the oil and the dirt in it and make sure that it's clean before I do the initial or the first sanding of the gas tank. So I did several spray on the gas tank, just make sure that there are no oily parts, and after spraying it several times and wiping it off, I made sure that it's really clean. So after degreasing it and letting it dry up for a while, I started doing the sanding. So I sanded the metal with a 60 grit sanding block, and I just followed the groove of the metal tank. And as far as the sanding process, I did a three-step process for the sanding. I initially used the 80 grit or the 60 grit, and then I jumped to the 120 grit, and then the last sandpaper that I used was the 400. So that is to make sure that the metal surface of the tank is really smooth before I apply the primer. And as you can see here, I'm doing the final cleaning of the gas tank. Make sure that it's totally clean. There are no dust, nothing sitting on the gas tank before I apply the primer. So this is the missing part, and we'll continue with the next step that I did in this video, which is applying the paint itself after I did the primer, which you saw or I uploaded in the previous episode. So we'll go from here. Okay, so I let it dry up overnight, and my next step will be sand it again with the 400 grit sandpaper, and we'll do a wet sanding. What I'll do is spray it with the first coat of the paint that I'll be using. So there will be two colors that I'll be using in this tank. The first one is the color of the decal that I will use first, and then after that I'm gonna use the apple color that will cover the whole tank. So just using a tack lot to make sure that there are no dust, and we're painting in the garage to avoid the dust getting into our tank. It's kind of windy outside, so just want to make sure we are spraying it correctly without the wind resistance. You know, Chicago is a windy town, so just want to make sure that we're doing this correctly. So, what will I be doing with this one? The first coat that I will use, or the first paint that I will use, is this Duplicolor red paint. I got it from the auto store. Duplicolor is a famous brand, so I'll go with it because most painters use this one, so it means that this must be a good product. So I will spray it all over, but I will concentrate on this part on the sides of the tank because that's where I'm gonna put the decal. And the decal that I will be using or placing on the tank is this one. Yeah, I'll just use the sun. I'm gonna remove I'm not gonna use the stars, so I'll just use the sun as the focus of or as the decal of my tank. This one represents the flag of the Philippines, the 3 stars and the sun. But for me, I'll just use the sun, and I like sun because we love to ride in the sunshine. So that's why I'm using this. So I'll prepare it some more, make sure everything's smooth, no oil, nothing, and then we begin our adventure in painting, and let's see what happens.